Hello and welcome to Live at the Showgrounds. Well, Coleraine meet Cliftonville today, and the sides have met 3 times this season. It's a win apiece and a draw between the sides. Both teams vying for important spots in Europe. Let's see how this one fares. Now, let's look at the team news today. Coleraine, the hosts, make 1 change from the loss to Crusaders here on Tuesday night in the Cup. Jimmy Glacken drops to the bench. James McLaughlin starts up top alongside Matthew Shevlin and Owen Bradley in what looks to be quite an attacking lineup, it has to be said.
They'll be out to beat Coleraine today for sure, you know, and both teams know each other really well, so it's a tasty game.
It is indeed. Both skippers coming together with the officials. Fist pumps all round. That's Gary Breen, the Kilkenny man, formerly of Dundalk and Portadown, of course. Centre back for Cliftonville, starting with Marty Gallagher in goal. Right back, it's Lyndon Keane. Aaron Canning is in the middle with the skipper, Stephen O'Donnell.
Need him to go and play the other night, whereas Coleraine had a very difficult tie here against Crusaders, and need to start this game well today to try and get something out of it.
Brilliant interplay from Shevlin and Doherty. Shevlin takes on a couple of
games, but it's getting that breather where you can get a goal and get another goal, and all of a sudden you can control the game.
Carson's got the wrong side here. In the end, Canning up against Cairns. It's a deep cross to the back post. Shevlin's there at the back. That would be job done. David, nobody, certainly Coleraine, don't want to have to go through that playoff. He walks the ball through towards Shevlin, and it's onto the top of the bar. And Raymond Krangle has awarded a penalty in the run-up to that. Now he's saying the goalkeeper, Aaron McCarry, he got a touch of the boot of Matthew Shevlin. And it's going to be a penalty kick here after 11 minutes. Matthew Shevlin will maybe get another look at that, a closer look of that in the replay. The ball landed on top of the crossbar. Here it is again, and you can't see the goalkeeper. He didn't really have anywhere to go, David.
He didn't really make a play for the ball, but being a goalkeeper, so it's kind of harsh. You're coming for the ball, you have nowhere else to go.
Harsh penalty, I would say I'm in agreement with that as well. Nonetheless, Ben Doherty has a glorious chance here to make it 16 goals for the season. The former Derry City man. And more importantly, to put Coleraine 1 in front. Doherty against McCarry. Oh, what a finish that is. Very nonchalant. And the man with the fluorescent pink boots, Ben Doherty, has put the Bandsiders 1-0 up on Cliftonville. It's harsh on the Reds. Well, that's the way it goes, David Platt. They've called it so well there. Teams, of course, are very susceptible once they go 1-0 up. Here's the chance for Hale. Tries the shot. McCrudden being allowed to turn. Canning's after him. It could fall to Cairns, and again it had to be a crucial tackle.
He was playing wide left, but it just shows you how experienced and a valuable player he is for Owen
Bradley! We're approaching the half-hour mark, and Coleraine with their noses in front. Here's Aaron Traynor. Ball down the line looking for Bradley. Bradley, uses again that shoulder of his and invites the tackle from Gary Breen. These guys so experienced, David. It's great to watch, to be fair. Both players know exactly what the other is about. It's a great contest, that one. Well, good decision making from the Coleraine goalkeeper, Marty Gallagher. If this is a recent game that you've tuned into and you're wondering where Gareth Dean is, he's actually out. He's broken, I think it's his thumb, David. I was speaking to him beforehand in the gym here at the club. As James McLaughlin tries! My goodness, from 35 yards onto the top of the crossbar. The Cliftonville goalkeeper, well, he was beaten all ends up, David.
As soon as the ball dropped, I actually moved forward in my seat because I knew James was going to hit it, and I seen McCarry's off his line.
Ben Doherty, swing this in. Doherty. Towards Shevlin. Turns to Coffey. Again, it's lacking that through ball. Carson. Now Coleraine could be on to something. Here's Doherty. He has Bradley. just slightly behind Owen Bradley. Thought initially that the Cliftonville defence would have been able to clear that, but he did run to Bradley, and that's with Lowry. He'll look for Doherty. Doherty, lovely first touch. Keane into McLaughlin. Haven't really troubled Marty Gallagher, David.
No, and the Coleraine team have now got a rocket from the sideline, and they're working extremely hard for each other.
Here's McLaughlin. He's in behind Breen. Breen trying to get back. McLaughlin. Be an outswinger. Doherty, it's high. It's towards O'Donnell at the back. He wins the header. And there is the half-time whistle from Ray Crango, and a good touch on the in the technical area from Declan O'Hara. It appeared to have been any changes at the break as we're back underway. I'll start my stopwatch. Look to make advances towards the Coleraine 18-yard box as we see the shot from O'Reilly, but Keane didn't have too much time on it. Tried to feed the ball down the line. Now here's Hale. This is dangerous looking. McCrudden in towards Curran. There's a man over on the far side, and that's good defending. In the end, it was Keane who went all the way across to deny Darragh O'Connor.
It looked like we talked about the other night, but it's a lot of corners for not really having mustered a chance from one yet.
Kearns trying to get past McLaughlin. Right, down at the other end, he needs to be careful here though. And my goodness, Matthew Shevlin's the same players involved again. And Aaron McCurry, I think he's going to walk here. Yep, red card for the Cliftonville goalkeeper. And unfortunately for him, it was his defender who put him in trouble. It was Chris Lowe with the poor header back towards his goalkeeper. But credit to Matthew Shevlin, he got his body in the way. What can he do? Can he come on? Can he make a save? Can he keep his team in it?
You could even say, on the other hand, it's a bit of mind games as well, taking his time.
Well, a bit of mind games here from Declan Dunn, who's gone to both posts and standing back and forward on his goal line up against Ben Doherty here. What can he do, Declan Dunn? Well, he went the right way, but that particular duel, that particular battle, yet again won by Ben Doherty. He's got such a cool head on young shoulders. His 17th goal of the campaign, and a man who, well, he is such a dead ball specialist, particularly, David, when you think back to the European foray. But from the spot, he's pretty deadly.
Yeah, and I know he took a bit of stick a few weeks back, people calling him Pen Doherty. But, he scored some goals from open play this year as well, and his tally speaks for itself. And a player who's been out for, probably 7 or 8 weeks of that as well.
Is that Ben Doherty down on the ground? As we see the shot lifted high up and over the top. Yeah. I think it was by Donnelly, but it's a strange way to defend a free kick. Match ball. Great ball over the top towards McLaughlin. McLaughlin up against Ryan O'Reilly. This is more like Lyndon Kane on the overlap. Great dummy by Glacken. Falls to Shevlin. Shevlin to Doherty. First bit of action for Jamie Glacken. Nutmeg on Darragh O'Connor. Scoring opportunity there. Here's Glacken to Trainer. Aaron Trainer looks for Shevlin. That's a great turn from Matthew Shevlin. Ball to Doherty.
Tell me when it's over.
Keeping you in suspense.
Yep.
Glacken with the free kick. Angled. That's off the woodwork. It's McLaughlin. Another shout for a penalty, this time for a challenge on Ian Parkhill. Well, 2 penalties today, and I'll ask you in a minute or two to give me your man of the match. We've reached that stage of proceedings, sponsored by Holly Optometrists, lurking in the 18-yard box. O'Connor. Well, it was lovely shape on that, and it had Marty Gallagher worried. Lowe just about rescues the situation, and there is the full-time whistle from Ray Crango. It's a great day at the office for Oran Kearney.
Torn, you must be pleased with the performance and the result this afternoon.
Yeah, listen, at this stage of the season it's all about the 3 points and it's all about the result, but to get a big swashbuckling performance with that was good as well. And I just thought to a man today, similar to other big games we've had this year when we've needed it, have all stepped up to the mark today.
Matthew Shevlin was brave to win the 2 penalties.
Yeah, he was brilliant, and he played slightly different positions there, and credit to him. From open play, he gets himself into centre forward positions from playing sort of in a wider position. And listen, he's great energy levels. We've seen it, a lot of it since Christmas time, and he's adding that quality and adding those big moments now in the game as well, which has been really helpful today.
And no better man from 12 yards than Ben.
No, and listen, people can say what they want about Ben and penalties, and there's jibes made here and there about his record and everything that goes with it, but it's a very, very hard skill to do, and it's very, very hard to continually be able to do that. And without giving him any trade secrets, the best I suppose praise I can give Ben is he's very good at going all 3 directions. He can go left, right or central. I think sometimes when you see the stats on penalty takers, they end up maybe with 90% of them all the one direction. Ben very much varies his technique and varies where he goes, which makes it very hard to research for other keepers.
And a lot's made about Cliftonville's firepower, but we kept a clean sheet today, which also...
Yeah, and we were outstanding to a man. Back 4 and Marty today were superb. But I could say that about them all season if I've been honest. Lyndon, Arn, Stevie and Snowy today were outstanding to a man in front of them. But as I say, have generally been all season, they've been outstanding. So our defensive record is, I think it's right up there with the best in the league, second in the league possibly. And it's a huge credit to all those guys.
And Tuesday night, Glentoran will probably need a similar performance.
Yeah, we will. I think that's the level, and to me that's where the bar is at this stage of the year. In the first 5 or 6 games of the season, the first 10 or 15 games of the season, you can get away with being at a certain level. But I think when you hit this stage of the season, there's a level expected, and that's where we were today.
Well, Ben, a 2-0 win and back to winning ways, you must be pleased with that.
Yeah, well, after Tuesday night, obviously we needed to respond, and there was the riot act was read on Tuesday night after a disappointing performance from ourselves, and we knew what we had to do today because it's in our hands now in the league, and we have 5 cup finals coming up, and that's the first one done today. So we've came away with 3 points, and we'll move on now to Tuesday night.
And you nailed it 2 from the spot, and both won by Matthew Shevlin, who was brave for both incidents.
Yeah, Chevy put in a good shift today, to be fair to him. He got himself about, and he caused them problems down the other side. And if he keeps playing like that and winning me penalties, I'll take them all day long.
And the 2 penalties, talk us through them, just into the bottom corner. Was it weird hitting one against the keeper who just came on?
Oh, well, I had a lot of time to think about the second one, obviously with the break and play, and sometimes you would change your mind, but I just thought I'll just hit it well and just put it in the corner, and thankfully both of them went in today, and we came away with the 3 points, so I'm happy enough.
And Glentoran on Tuesday night, big one.
Yeah, well, we had 2 games against them not so long ago, and we couldn't break each other down, and both ended share the spoils. So on Tuesday night we'll know we have to go again, and we'll have to play better than we have the past 2 times playing against them, and hopefully we can come away with 3 points again.